Hi guys, it's Jax here. I'm just making a video to show a knife that I made. And the special thing about this knife is that the wood that I use for the handle is from forests in my area. So this wood with the really beautiful grain is Bur Oak. So there's a variety of oak around here called the Bur Oak, and it is the wood that I used for the handles on this knife. Really beautiful grain to it. So my dad has a bunch of different types of wood in his firewood pile. So I grabbed a split piece of oak log and created these handles for this knife. Now, the knife was one that I previously made long time ago. It used to have hickory handles, but I kind of screwed up on the original, so I redid it and used a wood that's kind of close to my heart, kind of near and dear, because the forests I grew up in Winnipeg had a lot of bur oak, and I used to play and explore in those woods. I used to climb the trees and play on the trees and mess around with the acorns and jump into piles of oak leaves. And so when I moved out here, I found that we had bur oak out here too in Ontario. So it's a really special thing. Now, it used to have hickory handles, and here's an example of a knife with hickory handles. So it looks something like that. This one has a nice little grain thing to it. So this is another knife I made with carbon steel, and it has the patina look on it. Really, really comfortable knife. So yeah, so anyways, so this is a Warncliffe blade shape. It is it's a partial tang, and then the rest is filled in with spacer material, black spacer material. And I used a aluminum rod and made rivets, or not, yeah, I peened aluminum rod to attach the handles. I like to use aluminum for pins, soft aluminum, because it's incredibly tough, and it peens really nice and easy. It peens really easy, and it forms a really good mechanical bond. This knife used to have a really neat patina on it, but I kind of screwed that up when I was taking the old hickory handles off and sanding the tang of the blade. So this is a blade that's made out of really thin really, really thin saw blade material. So it used to be a hand saw, and I cut a blade shape out of that saw, and then hardened it and quenched it and tempered it. And it's good steel. It has a bit of flex to it, but it's at a nice hardness. It actually holds an edge and cuts really well. And then the last thing I did was the last thing I did tonight after staining it, after staining it and polishing the wood with cloth, is I re-put an edge back on here. Not quite the mirror edge that it had before, but I used a really aggressive diamond. I used diamonds to sharpen this knife, and it has a really aggressive, very, very sharp cutting edge on it now. Not quite the high polish that it used to be, but it's a nice contrast. So so yeah, oak is a nice hardwood. So nice and suitable for handle material. And here's my maker's mark that I put in my blades. So anyways, that's my homemade handle scales. Well, it's my homemade knife with wood that I shaped and cut and milled and all that from a local area here in Ontario. So it's kind of neat when you go to your wood pile and you pull out a piece of birch or poplar or oak or whatever you got, and you make your own handle scales. Anyways, thanks for looking, and have a good one.